Hey boys and girls, how you doing today? We're going to make another instrument. Alright, now I know we've made a harmonica and we made a box drum. Today we're going to make a shaker. Now this is my shaker egg. It has little beads inside and kind of little plastic outside, and when you move it back and forth you kind of hear that. I know we play a lot of these shakers in my classroom. Now we're not in my classroom right now, so we're going to make our own from home, alright? We've been doing a lot with Earth Day lately. We've been taking things that would normally be garbage and turning them into instruments. Today we're going to use a toilet paper roll. Now you can use a toilet paper roll, or I wanted to make a big one so you guys could see that you can actually make this out of a paper towel roll too. Same size, just need a cylinder like this. So if you listen, kind of sounds a lot like my shaker egg. Pretty cool. Now if you take a look at mine, I decided I was going to write my name on it, right? It says Corey here. I colored it in a little bit. I used some white paper just to wrap around our tube. We're also going to need a couple rubber bands. And I used rice. Here's my rice right here. You can use beads if you have them. And really anything small that can kind of move around inside here will work. Also, always nice to have some markers or some crayons, right? You can use tape if you like, or what I prefer to use would be a glue stick, all right? Now we are going to need a pair of scissors. If you'd like, you can have, or we should probably have maybe Mom, Dad, Uncle Ross, or Jim from down the block. Somebody help us out with the cutting if we need help. All right, so let's get started with this. I'm going to put my made one aside for right now. Put that right here. So we have our toilet paper roll. First thing we're going to do with the toilet paper roll, this one's actually kind of white, but some of them are brown, some of them are different colors. We want to have a nice area that we can color on when we're all done with this, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of computer paper, right? If you don't want to use computer paper, if you have wrapping paper like we did last time, you can use wrapping paper. If you have newspaper, you could use newspaper. If you find a cool comic on the news or something like that, totally cool. What I'm going to use this white paper. So I put my white paper down, and I just kind of get a rough estimate of where it's going to end, all right? Just about how big it is. And I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to put a little snip. All right, and I'm going to put my toilet paper roll down. And I'm going to take that snip, and I'm going to try the best I can. It's all right, because it's going to wrap up. We're going to color it anyway. It doesn't have to be completely straight. But we're going to try to cut a straight line going across the paper where we just made our snip. All right. There's mine. Not the straightest line. Miss Sharon might not be too happy with that, but I'll take it. As a music teacher, it's cool. Next what we're going to do is we're going to put the piece of paper down. I'm going to take my glue stick, or this is where if you would like you can use the tape and tape this on, but I'm going to use my glue stick because I like glue sticks. Get it up there. All right. And I'm going to take one of the sides like this, right here, one of these sides, the skinny sides, and I'm going to put some glue on this side. All right. Nice, a lot of glue, We like glue here. We like glue. All right, so now I have glue. I don't know if you can see it. There's glue on this side. Keep the piece of paper down. I'm going to take my toilet paper roll. I'm going to place it down on top of the glue, trying to keep even. And I'm just going to push down inside. Oops. Now this should stick. See how it kind of stuck right there? I'm a little off, but it's okay because it's going to get covered up anyway. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this around, try to make it nice and tight to the toilet paper. It's going to overlap a little bit, so that's totally cool. I come to where I just have a little bit left. I'm going to put it back down here, and I want to put a lot of glue on this side too. All we're doing is gluing this piece of paper onto the toilet paper roll. And that's giving us an area that we can color and design it and make it our own. We want a custom instrument here. So I'm going to put a lot of glue here. A lot of glue. I like glue. There's my glue, nice and tight. Just keep rolling, and then I'm just going to push down once it's done right here. And now I have a white piece of paper, or If you have, maybe the Avengers like we used last time, maybe you have frozen paper or something else. If you have a piece of paper that you colored from a coloring book, you can use that too. Totally cool. But I have a nice area that I can make a design. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to this paper. Right, we still have this one. It's all going to take one sheet. We're not using a whole lot of paper, just using a little bit. So I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to just estimate. And this is where Mom, Dad, Uncle Bob, Aunt Janine, or, Tony Ann, someone could help us out. And you're going to estimate about 4 inches you want to cut. You want to cut a square that's about 4 inches by 4 inches. If it's a little bigger, no worries. You try not to make it a little on the small side because we need to make sure that it's going to cover this hole. All right, that's what we're doing with this. So 4 inches by 4 inches, that looks about 4 inches. I'll go about that. That works. All right, so whatever that is, about 4 inches. It's my finger length. We're going to take this and I'm going to put the very center of this over the hole. Okay, so we're covering this hole. And what we're going to do is we're going to very nice and gently push down on the sides and try to get all the sides to push down. All right, we're kind of covering this hole up. And all I'm doing is pushing down on the sides until I get all the sides down. Now I have all the sides down right here. I'm going to hold it with my one hand. Mom, Dad, you can help out on this. I'm going to take my rubber band. I'm going to place it over the paper here. I'm just going to turn, I'm just going to tighten. Do it a couple times until it's nice and tight. You don't want it so tight that the toilet paper roll kind of goes in on itself, but I got three times around on that. That worked for me. There's my one end. Now this is nice and covered. Nothing's going to come out of here. I'm going to come over here and I have my rice. You can put a little bit of rice in, put a lot of rice in. It's up to you. It's going to change depending on what you're doing or how you want it to sound. All right. Now I'm going to put kind of a medium amount right in the middle, If I pour just like this, it's going to go everywhere. Trust me, I just did it when I made this one. So what I did was I grabbed a funnel and I'm going to use a funnel to help and put the funnel in the hole, and I'm going to help that so that the rice doesn't go everywhere. I'm just going to pour some rice into the funnel and it's going to go into my toilet paper roll. All right, hear that? You can almost hear the shaking already. If you do not have a funnel, no worries. A way to make a very quick funnel is if you take a piece of paper and put a kink in the middle of it, a little crease in the middle right here. Hold it over your toilet paper roll like that, and just slowly, you don't want to go too fast. You can actually use this as a makeshift funnel, and the rice will go right in there. And like I said, you do not need to use rice. If you have beads, you can use beads. If you have little pebbles or stones that you find outside, you could use that. If you do that though, make sure you pick those up with an adult. We don't want to be picking up anything else besides little rocks because we don't want to cut our fingers. All right, here's our toilet paper roll. Has our rice inside. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the bottom here. We're going to do it on the top this time. Actually, this looks like a pretty good size right here. I'm just going to cut this across here. All right, maybe 3.5. It's all right. It's close enough. Should be able to go. It has to cover the hole and wrap around on the sides. So I'm going to put this down on here. Wrap around the sides again. As best I can to try to keep it all nice looking here. Just pushing down, kind of folding where I have to, just to get it to stick. And then I hold it in my hand. I have all the paper on the one side, or all covering it right here. I'm going to take my rubber band, and once again, just going to go around the top. All right, let's see. I got 3 again, 3 on each. So that seems to be with these rubber bands. Now, different rubber bands are different sizes, so, whatever we have, we have. Now, at this point, I've seen people who like to put more paper on this. And they would actually roll this up again like this. And then they would cut it to size. And this way it was all white and they had a nice area. I kind of like the rubber bands. In fact, I saw another one where someone actually put other rubber bands on as like a design. And it also kind of helps you hold it. So I'm going to use a couple more rubber bands and actually designed mine to look like this. All right, so here's my shaker. Let's see it. How's it sound? Ooh, did you hear that? I got 2 different sounds out of this one. I put a little bit more rice in this guy than I did on this one. He has a little bit of rice. Still makes a cool sound. This guy has a little bit more rice, and it's also a smaller area that we're using here. But listen, if I hold it this way, I get one sound. If I hold it this way, I get a different sound. That's two sounds. That's pretty cool. Let me finish this off by putting a couple designs on here. I'm going to use some markers this time. All right, orange, cool color. Make sure I use blue. Blue is my favorite color. Actually, I'm wearing blue today with my Superman shirt here, my Superman hat. Let's see. I kind of like the stripes look on this. I'm going to make some stripes on this. So let's see. I'm going to go around. Woo. Keep coming. There we go. I'll do some stripes. We'll do 2 orange and 1 blue. Again, I'm not the art teacher, Miss Sharon. I have to say, you would probably have a prettier looking shaker, but I guarantee this is going to work very nicely. I'm going to be able to jam out to all the Earth Day songs that we have. It's going to be very fun. There's my blue. All right, I got to get some blue in there. I'm going to do a blue stripe here. Oh yeah, look at that blue stripe. And I'm going to put a happy face on the edge here too. There's my happy face. All right, so that's my shaker. Once you finish your shaker, please send me a video of it. I'd love to see you jamming out with your shaker. I'm going to take my shakers and I'm going to do a little playing right now. Have a good day, boys and girls.